Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am Simply Marita. I am coming to you from sunny Florida. I am so excited. You know, these Monday mornings are such an inspiration to me. Just get a little light there. It's like, I need like they have this little clip light thing. I think I'm going to order it today. It kind of helps with like the lighting on you. I'm going to get me one today. Good morning. I see people are coming in. I hope you guys have your coffee because this morning is going to be fantabulous. There is nothing like warm coffee. I think I saw my daughter, but just expecting, saying, oh my God, I'm not doing caffeine anymore. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm still doing caffeine. Oh my goodness. So I want to welcome everybody in. People are coming in. I love it. Again, it's sunny here. It's a crisp breeze across the lake in the backyard. I am just well awake. I was actually 15 minutes early, so I was like sitting here going, oh my God, so what am I going to do? So you guys know what I did. I took some little extra notes and got myself together with today, which I want to start talking about a subject before I even get into what the motivation is today for Monday. And what I want to talk about is when people start their Christmas decoration after Thanksgiving. It used to be one of those things where I was like, oh my God, as soon as everyone leaves the house, I'm going to put my tree up. I'm going to put everything out there and I'm going to celebrate Christmas. And it was funny to me this week because last year we were in Kansas. So I wasn't here to do that. And we've only been here a good 6 years, 5-6 years here in Florida. But this is the funny thing. I saw my neighbor run outside. She's going to kill me. I saw my neighbor run outside and put a wreath on the mailbox like at 4:06. It was hilarious. And it was almost like she was sneaking to see who was watching. And I went, but she still didn't look. It was hilarious. So one of my questions were for the week was, good morning, everybody, was how early do you put your Christmas out? And do you just give up on harvest? You know, like it's still fall. It's still harvest. So it's like, do you give up on bringing fall in and the leaves and because the leaves are not red and green. You know what I mean? So I had this conversation with a couple of people. We laughed about it. Good morning, Yvonne, Tanya. Hi, Dietrich, Geeter. How are you? And Dorothy. It's just amazing how these thoughts come in your mind when you're on your everyday challenge on what you need to do and what you don't need to do. So that was just really funny. So you can comment in the bottom. I had a few people comment and say that they are doing it their Christmas early because they have no time. Hi, Nathaniel. Hi, Lisa. I get that. But again, do you just push harvest and fall out of the way? The enjoyment of the crisp breeze coming in, the wind blowing, the leaves changing, just all that good stuff, right? Just something to think about. I like to do a think about. So I'm going to jump right into my topic for this motivation this week. It is amazing. Let me tell you. And the question is a question. How many people on here run red lights? How many people on here that are listening do not stop at stop signs? I know I've heard of the California stop, you know, you just kind of and keep going. Hear that all the time. Experienced it. I am one of those that could run a light or two or could not stop at a stop sign. So I wanted to talk about that today about why not, right? Oftentimes there are things that are at our fingertips that we have a choice to either go for it or do the right thing or be late to the thing. So this week I am motivating you guys because I was very, very irritated last week at how many people that I counted that did not stop at a stop sign. They just kept going as if the stop sign isn't there. I found myself, if I'm at a stop sign with someone that passes the stop sign or about to approach to, you know, go through it, I kind of point up to it like there's a stop sign. They may be thinking I'm saying there's a God, but I'm saying both because God gives us the ability to have self-control. It is all through Corinthians. Oh my goodness, how he wants us to have self-control. And one of the things is, if you can't simply stop, I need y'all to hear this. If you can't simply stop at a stop sign, I mean literally foot on the brake, feel the back of the seat, stop, look both ways, and proceed. We have issues if we can't do that. We have no self-control. It's that simple. I like to break it down to something very simple because I am simply Marita that likes to bring you motivation simply. You have to learn how to stop at a stop sign, look both ways, and proceed. And that often is in our life. I brought it up this weekend with my mom. We were like, at a stop sign. Someone didn't stop. And here's the other question. When you see something that's on the table and you know that it may not be yours, it's in the vicinity of everybody, but it just may not be yours, haven't asked about it, do you take one of them? That's the question. Do you take the cupcake because it's sweet and it looks good and you know the party hadn't started? Do you take the cupcake? Like self-control at its simple, most minute being. These are some of the things people really don't think about. You know what I mean? They don't think about, if I go through the light, it's okay. If I don't stop at the stop sign, who don't see me? And that was the other question too that I brought up. When you're out and there's nobody around, that's the question. Do you stop at the stop sign? Because there's no one there to see if you do or not. And asking these types of questions like, do you take the cupcake? Do you run lights? Do you stop at the red light and take a breather? Or even when you see a yellow light, because I'm teaching my son how to drive, do you approach it in slowness instead of trying to beat it? Like all of this is going somewhere. All of this is going to my why not, right? So I had that conversation with my son. He was like, oh my God, I think I'm going to go through it. And I said, well, why don't you proceed right now to slowing down to make the red light appear, and then you can, officially stop versus trying to beat a yellow light, because time is time. You're going to get to your destination or you're not. It's either or. And it's all in timing. So with that being said, what happens when we try to beat the time or beat the clock or do things out of self-control? There are three things that happen that are detrimental to our life that is much bigger than just putting a brake on at a stop sign. And one of those are the consequences that come. Not stopping at a stoplight or a red light or a stop sign causes accidents. And then we have insurance policies. And then we have money that we have to take out of our savings to cover that. If you think about these things well before, then why not have self-control? Number two, the loss of valuable time. I was thinking the other day, and a lot of this is coming from being in a car because I'm not doing as much work in the office. I was driving down the street, and you know what? It's not even a big deal having a wreck, like a car accident. Listen to what I'm saying. It's not a big deal. An accident can happen. You know what the big deal is with an accident? Time. It is time. It is time wasted. You're standing on the side of the street. You're waiting for the ambulance. You're waiting to find out what the insurance company's going to say. You're waiting to see if anyone's hurt. You're waiting to go get yourself checked out. You're waiting for the insurance check to come back. You're waiting to pay someone else's bill. Consequences. These are things that just happen. So a lot of times we look at things and situations as if they're just like, oh my God, oh my God. But accidents happen, and what is wasted is time. I wanted to put that out there. Valuable time. So that means you have to stop. Even if you got hit, right? It's still a waste of valuable time because we can't get it back, right? The next thing on my cause to avoid, on a why not just have self-control, is what we're talking about this morning. Hi, Kim. Hi, Desiree. Hi, Miss Bella. Is we have our consequences, we have our loss of valuable time, and then we have anxiety and stress. Those are the three things that are caused by not stopping at a stop sign and something can happen. Or taking that extra cupcake that wasn't time to get yet. The party hadn't started, but you took it anyway because nobody saw you. The other thing that I wanted to say, it came up for me when you're at the grocery store or you're at the Gap and you unfold the sweater and you don't fold it back and say, well, someone works here, they can fold it. Or you pick up the celery and you put the celery where the sugar is because you don't want to walk back over and put the celery where the sugar is. All of this is a self-control issue. These are things, little things that we don't think about that we may or may not do. And I know some of these are. I have gone to Publix. Alan, forgive me, over at Publix. I have picked up something and I have placed it in the wrong place. I am witness to that. And that's why I'm coming to you guys to motivate you, because I motivate out of experience. I motivate out of a lesson. I motivate out of a blessing.